Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Weapons of Sass Destruction again. I'm Rosie.
It's us.
Who are you?
I'm Megarang or Meg. You know me.
That girl. Yeah.
We're like this. I'm crossing my fingers.
I feel it. Okay.
Good.
Well, anyway, happy 2020. I hope everyone enjoyed their decade.
We made it. We survived again.
Oh my god, what a turbulent decade.
I know. Should we celebrate? I don't know if we should celebrate. Hooray!
I mean, I guess, but I'm just happy it's over with.
Another revolution around the sun.
To be fair, this was kind of a pivotal 10 years for both of us. I mean, you know.
It was. Ugh. Let's not think too hard about it.
Yeah, no, I'll feel old. And I'm not even
But
old.
you did a lot, and I'm proud of you, and you're still breathing.
Thanks, girl. You too. I'm glad we both graduated college this decade, right?
Yeah.
Did
well,
you?
I'm a little older.
Okay, right. We'll just pretend
It's
you
okay.
did.
Yeah, I did it.
Anyway, today we wanted to do kind of a mix of r/nice guys and r/let's not meet stuff we found on Reddit.
I love Reddit.
Oh my god, it's like my new internet home.
It makes me feel valid and somewhat normal, and like it's okay to be enraged about the things that I get enraged about.
Yeah, it enables me. 100%. I'm not afraid to admit that. But anyway, we sort of wanted to do this so that you, any listener out there, knows how to not start off this new decade with creepy people.
Don't do that to yourselves this decade. This decade's all about us and diminishing freshwater supplies. We can do this.
The great water wars of 2020.
Oh, don't I know it?
Oh, God.
But
anyway.
You know what? Also, get rid of toxic people.
Yeah, no, actually, like, this is kind of a get rid of toxic people 2020 sort of podcast right now.
And it's also funny. Sad that these people exist, but also it's really funny that we can all share in the cringy awkwardness of it.
Yeah. Meg had, let's see, I think we agree that she would be in charge of the nice guys subreddit, and I'm in charge of the let's not meet subreddit. And to be honest, there's a lot of overlap.
There is. I could barely get through mine without cackling sometimes. So I'll give it my all, you guys. I'll do it.
Mine are like so long and serious that I tried to find like pretty short ones that were not about like sexual assault or something.
Some of these are still pretty, we're saying guys in the general sense. We know there's nice girls just like there are nice guys. It's just so much easier to find a plethora of the nice guy stories. But some of these guys go from a 0 to 100 pretty quick. So I will censor where I need to. But they're still pretty laughable. So I feel like I kept it somewhat tame.
No, yeah, that's great. Why don't you start off first since yours are shorter?
All right. How about I do 2 short ones and you can jump into one of your long ones?
Okay, that's perfect. Let's do it.
Okay, the title of this one is Nice Guy Makes a Nice Guy Status, then complains when people tell him he's not actually a nice guy. So I couldn't read the title.
I love it.
Here we go. Yesterday, 21:15. When you think you might have a chance with a girl, but it just ends up that she needs a roommate, FML. Nice guys finish last. Hashtag nice guys aren't nice anymore. The next day.
What?
I was just told that anyone who calls himself a nice guy isn't. Wow, can't even identify as a nice guy, but I could be a girl if I want. Snowflakes.
Snowflakes.
How he equates it to. Sorry.
I love how sensitive he is.
Well, it's just like he attributes it to whether or not you're trans, but his other comparison was being an asshole. I will give people, though, that sometimes assholes are identity, but it has nothing to do do it, gender. I'm sorry. It's probably not even that funny, but that one just
Hold on. Let's start over again.
Okay. Whew. Everybody breathe. Calm down. Babs, knock it off. I can't even hear myself.
Sorry, I'll
Okay.
cool it.
Okay, this one's titled, Nice Girls Claim That Almost All Men Are Misogynistic and We Live in a Society. I think that got cut off, but anyway.
We live in a society. I love those memes. We live in a society.
This one is one of those ones where it rambles and I just have no idea where it goes, so I just started laughing. So the post says, this is a post with replies, the post says, I feel like half the girls who are single right now are wife material, and no one their age knows how to handle such a great package. Not bad, right? Positive. So then the post goes, no matter who he is, there's a 99% chance he's just trying to use your body for sex, money, or labor. No
labor?
Yeah, labor. Because, you need the woman to put the shingles on the roof and to work the fields.
What's this girl gonna do? Like, rake your leaves?
She's a mason. She's putting bricks down. And then this other person goes, most of the single women I know are beautiful, sweet, and successful. It's clear something's broken in our society. And then, oh my God. It was like a sandwich of negativity with these beautiful, positive slices of bread. But all the burger meat was poison. Okay, I'm sorry. Your turn, Babs.
I'm still trying to process everything.
I am too. I was laughing so hard finding these, and I was like, where were they even going with this?
They just, they got really emotional, and they just lost themselves.
They did.
They went on a journey, and they took us with them.
I don't even know if we were trying to leave the house.
Okay. So mine isn't funny. These are actually kind of legitimately creepy.
Oh, I love it. Go ahead.
I know. I love that. Okay. So the title of this one is, My Uber driver harassed employees at the store I work at just to get in contact with me for hours. Okay.
Ew.
So here we go. I don't have a car, so Uber/Lyft is my main mode of transportation to get to work. This morning, I requested an Uber a half hour before I had to be there, and pickup was supposed to take less than 5 minutes. But for some reason, my Uber driver kept going in circles. He ended up... God, so creepy. He ended up... Meg!
I know, I'm so excited already. I feel bad for these people, but there's some disassociation, I'm reading it like a novel.
Right? And I'm trying to get that good radio voice to get the full effect.
Oh, you've got it. I can feel it.
Okay. He ended up calling me, asking for directions, and I was telling him exactly where he needed to go. And so was the GPS in the background. At the point, I was irritated and asked if there was any way he could cancel because I was gonna be late. And he said he couldn't, and ended up finding his way to my apartment at the time I was supposed to be at work. That's so creepy, and there's more. He kept apologizing, and I would mumble, it's fine, I just need to get there. He ended up taking me to another store that was on the way and asked, this is it, right? It took all of my strength not to just blow up. I calmly gave him directions to the actual store I work at and just told him to please listen to the GPS. We finally get to my job. I know, just the GPS, come on, man. We finally get to my job, but I'm nearly 20 minutes late, and as soon as he parked, I muttered, thanks, but got out and bolted to the office to clock in. And, this girl was late. I feel bad for her.
Yeah.
An hour or so into my shift, one of my managers comes up to me to tell me that my Uber driver has been harassing the people in the front of the store trying to get a hold of me/my manager to take fault for me being late/apologize to me.
Oh my gosh, he's trying to talk to her.
Yeah, and then she makes a footnote here. You need a membership to shop there, so he kept getting kicked out, which tells me it's like a Costco or some sort of situation, or Sam's Club. He tried 4 to 5 separate times to come in. Another hour goes by, and a different manager approached me to let me know that the Uber driver had resorted to blowing up the store's phone, begging to speak to me. She asked me to not leave alone and be on the lookout in case he came in. I contacted Uber support multiple times to let them know if you want, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so in the end, she basically gets a $3 credit, and she gave him 1 star.
Yeah,
And just,
document
wow.
that.
That's so weird because usually, like, if you miss a Lyft or an Uber driver, then you're charged $5 for, like, not being able to
Canceling,
meet
yeah.
them. Yeah. So it's weird he wouldn't let her cancel.
I wonder if, like, you know how sometimes if it's linked to a Google account and you have a profile photo up, if he saw her photo
Oh
and
no.
he was trying to make this take as long as possible, and then when she got in the car, then he made it take even longer. But, ugh,
I, ju- I
that's
just,
horrifying.
like, even under the best of circumstances, every single time I get into an Uber or a Lyft, I'm very paranoid and very, like, anxious. So I just can't even imagine what, like, a bad Uber, like, this is the stuff of my personal nightmares.
I don't even like talking to people I know in my car. That's usually like my sister and like I love
What?
my sister, but it's like I just want to get from point A to point B and get out of the car.
I could so see that for you. Yeah.
Like we're going somewhere. Everybody be
Everyone
quiet.
shut up so that I can drive faster. Be quiet so that I can see the road better.
Oh yeah, you guys, hang on. I gotta turn the music down. I'm a little lost.
I have to turn the music down. I can't see. It
Would
really
you
is
like a
kind of like
palate
that.
cleanser?
Yeah.
Some, okay. This one's entitled "If This Doesn't Make You Want to Swipe Right, I Don't Know What Will."
Oh boy.
Okay, so this is clearly like Tinder of some sort, but the upper part's cut off. This is Josh, 21. Is it true a girl's two favorite things are Smirnoff and Jewel Pods?
What?
Sorry. And then he's got an emoji, like a thinking emoji with a finger over the mouth, and he goes,
What an
What
intellectual.
happened? He goes, What happened to the good girls that enjoy being respected by a man instead of treated like a hoe? Unsure guy with his hands up, currently listening to My Anthem, Life of the Party by Shawn Mendes. Because he linked to Spotify.
That's so specific.
Josh, you're a real catch. Okay, sorry. So here's the next one.
Smirnoff.
Smirnoff and Jewel Pods, girls' favorite things, of course. In fact, I only drink Jewel Pod flavored Smirnoff or Smirnoff flavored Jewel Pods. I don't know. I don't know how they either work. I order a beer and I don't smoke.
I order a beer in silence.
That's right. And I sit in the corner with my books. Okay, this one's entitled Thank You, Guy I Went to High School With. Very cool. So this is a girl
Very cool.
who posted to her own Facebook, and it's just fan art of Zelda and Link sitting by a fire, and over Link, with his arms folded, it says, You someday. And over Zelda, it says, A caring GF. And then the subtext is, I promise you, heart. And Angry Guy responds, LMAO, I call BS. Link never ends up with the girl either. He deadass saves the world from evil while pushing himself to his absolute limit and going above and beyond and still gets friend zoned. Women don't want the good ones. Let a loser come along and not work shit that only wants to see the world burn, and they all for that shit, they all for it, and that makes a lot of sense. And then it just cuts off. And it's like, whoa, dude. This is Zelda. And it was just this poor girl's fan art post. And he just went off on Link being friend zoned, regardless of the fact they're children. Oh my god. Oh, that was so good. He's so angry. Zelda.
He's so angry for that fictional character.
Okay, we got a third one. I'm just gonna mix it up a bit. This says, my friend posted this on Snapchat. Women, when they find a good man, and the photo is just like Tyler the Creator yeeting someone off a stage. It's just it's throw the whole good man away. I love it. There's so much salt in all of these. It's like, and you know I love salt baths. It's that taste bud effect I have.
I just love how entitled these guys are.
I know. You are a female who doesn't instantly want me? Ugh.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
cool. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm way overdoing this. Your turn. This is going to be terrible for you to listen back to. I'm sorry, everybody.
Okay, well, this one is Another serious one.
I can't wait.
Okay. On brand. This is a guy from Plenty of Fish. And so,
Yes.
the creep factor is there. Okay. So, guy from Plenty of Fish wanted to kill me.
Oh
Yeah.
no. This
It's
is
so
not
sad.
funny, Sam.
It's not, but what is like sad but sort of hilarious, but mostly sad to me is how many of these stories from Let's Not Meet is just about a girl ranting about a creepy dude that wanted to like kidnap her or something, or just is being creepy. It's just so sad that that's like
That is
the
sad.
narrative. Anyway, okay. This happened in 2011. I'd just gotten out of a rough relationship a few months prior to this happening. My friends encouraged me to try dating again, so I caved and made a profile on the website Plenty of Fish. I was surprised with how many messages I'd received within the first few hours. Most were just people saying hi or asking to hook up. I wasn't looking for a hookup, so I ignored those messages. About a week later, a guy roughly an hour away from me messaged me. He was cute, so I messaged him back. The conversation was pretty casual at first. He asked if I'd like to go out for coffee sometime. Not thinking anything of it, I said sure. This is where it started to get weird. He started to get pushy and asked when we could grab coffee, and I told him I didn't own my own car, so I'd have to borrow my mom's car and meet up with him. He offered to come pick me up, but I wasn't comfortable with the idea. The next message made my blood run cold. It read, I'm sure your hometown isn't that big. If I knocked on a few doors, someone would be able to tell me where you lived.
Ooh.
Oh, God. Are you crazy? I replied. I'm sorry, but that's kind of creepy. This just pissed him off. He messaged me multiple times after this. They said, You know I have a gun. I could shoot you and make you disappear. No one would look for you. You're nothing but a dirty slut. I could kill you. I'll throw you down a well, and no one will ever find you. I was really scared at this point, so I asked him to please leave me alone. He replied with the following. I know where your hometown is. It's not a big town. I can find you. Okay, so then she goes on to explain that, like, she blocked him, reported him, deleted her account, and was basically scared shitless for a few weeks.
I would be too.
Wow, that
That's
really
so
sobered me up.
scary. Yeah, and it's also the fact that like the people who do this, they've probably done this more than once, and they're so comfortable with it.
I just, like... I understand rejection is hard, and waiting on people is frustrating, but, like... In this guy's head, I'm just assuming this must be some sort of normalized activity.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering, like, if, like, who keeps rewarding his bad behavior sort of thing? Like, why are you like this, essentially?
Yeah. You can't be like, it can't be reinforcing anything for you that like gets you any sort of positive end result. I don't know. But then again, we don't think like these people.
I'm not, like, okay. I know these are sort of, like, the extremes. I'm very fortunate I've never met someone of this caliber of creepy.
Right.
It's mostly just, like, casually creepy people. Wow, that's kind of sad to say, too. But this is, like,
I've
real
had
shit.
Well, I've had some like actual like have to involve HR creepy people before. But I've always been happy that it's like never reached way of my home, like where I live. When it's on that level, like you don't feel safe ever.
Right. And I just have to wonder, like, I hope this guy didn't actually find her.
I hope not either.
I mean, this was posted 2 months ago, and this happened 2011, so I'm sure she's okay, and she has been, but I really hope she,
Totally.
like, went somewhere else in, like, the decade. She just moved, and I don't know. I hope, I wish
Yeah.
the best for her. Jesus Christ, that's so terrifying.
Me too.
And even, like, if it was a joke and it wasn't, like, he wasn't serious, that's still, like, a really... Where did you go? Like, how did you get there?
Yeah. Oh.
Okay.
Well, mine's not that serious. Again,
Good.
this is nice guy is responded to by a nice guy after being triggered by a nice guy post.
I love this.
So it's well, the first thing is it's a thread where he's responding to a different post, and he's mad because some Twitch girl doesn't like him, and he says, "I'm effing furious. I've been a tier 3 sub for years,
Oh
and
my
all
god.
I get is an effing thanks for your subscription. Yet this random dude gets to effing play Fortnite with her? He's probably not even subscribed. Pathetic and disgusting. Seriously, so sick of nice guys like me never getting any." So I'm thinking of his thought process of I'm subbing to her because maybe it will make her fall in love with me, totally disregarding the fact that she has hundreds of other subscribers. And then someone replies to this guy, "Well, what did we learn today? Don't be a nice guy. Women only exploit you as a wallet. And never think how you feel because Alpha Bad Boy Chad told her to F off to society." Which I don't understand the last comment. But yes, never, never support women financially through some sort of business transaction because they'll only use you for the money you used in that business transaction. Sorry. Oh, so stupid.
It's so stupid, and I know people like that.
Oh, he
That's the
lost
sad.
$5. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just like, I know someone like that.
I know you do. I thought you'd like that one. Okay. Love me,
Wow.
I've subscribed to you.
That would really hit home. I love that.
Okay, and this one's good because the title of it is written in the sarcastic SpongeBob lettering,
Oh my god,
where
yes.
every other letter is capitalized, and it goes, "Typical," with 7 question marks. Okay. So this is someone's Bumble date app. Mind you, Bumble is supposed to be the softer, nicer version of Tinder, which I'm guessing it's not. This is a photo of just a man's legs, which it looks like he's trying to show off that they're large in the gym. They're average size.
Damn.
And he's also wearing improper footwear.
Ugh.
So it's not even like gym shoes. And his name is Tank. And he's
Love
28. And he says, this is his bio. This is supposed to be what lures the women in, okay? "Hi. So you know that type of guy you always friend zone? ... Who you say is just too perfect and you only see him as a friend? ...
Oh no.
But then you bitch and moan and cry about why you can't find or have that type of guy? Yeah, that's me. So I guess you probably won't even talk to me. Typical." It's just the end.
God.
That's the end of the ad for Tank, your future husband. Oh, way to go, Tank.
Shit.
Oh, man, you gotta be getting lots of calls.
Wow, he just
Why
sounds
would
so
you-
desirable.
He didn't even try to lie. Like, I love hiking and mountain biking. Like, he didn't try anything. He just
didn't even
shut down the
say-
date before
Yeah.
they said hello.
He didn't say, like, he didn't even lie about, like, I love long romantic walks on the beach.
He did nothing. He didn't even say, like, dogs. He could have done anything. Oh, man.
That's just a waste of a bio. And with those
I
calves?
know.
Ugh, waste.
I know. And, like, you can pay people now to write those for you.
Are you serious?
Like, he had so many options.
Wait, are you serious? You can have people write your bio?
I've heard of it. I've never done it. I write my own. Hence my amazing Twitch page.
It is pretty good.
Oh, thanks.
I'm glad I could help you with that.
You helped me so much. And then, of course, I have input via my mother. So
There's the goal.
that always helps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I
My
got it.
mom says I'm charming.
My
Your
mom
turn.
says I'm valid.
It's
Okay.
true.
Okay, so for this one, I like this one because this guy says, I was someone's let's not meet today. So I really love the self-awareness and the ownership he's taking for this. So he may be
Yes.
creepy, but he's gonna evolve. Okay. This story isn't as extreme as others, but felt uncomfortable nonetheless. For context, I'm a 17-year-old boy, and our school has a program where we can mentor the younger years, age 12. This guy's in the UK, by the way.
Okay.
I signed up for mentoring for a year, but ended up only going for a few sessions due to other things I had to do. Today I was at the mall and saw 2 girls that I remembered mentoring at the start of the year and remembered them being quite chatty and asking lots of questions about the school. I thought it would be a nice idea to go up to them and ask them how school was going, as a year had passed at this point. I said one of their names, but they couldn't hear me, so I ended up getting my girlfriend to tap on one of their shoulders without really thinking. They turned around, shocked, and I smiled at them and asked if they had remembered me. They still looked startled, so I explained to them that I had mentored them and asked if they remembered me, but they didn't seem to find any ease in this and grew more and more alarmed, looking around for anyone to help them in case a strange person, i.e. me, wanted to cause any trouble. They gave each other an almost scared look and ran away, which resulted in some very weird glances from people around. I found it odd that they didn't remember me since I remembered them noticing me in school and coming up to me to talk in school the previous year on numerous occasions. It must have looked really odd to any passersby in the mall. I just, this kid is like 17.
Oh.
He's just a boy. He's just trying his best to not be creepy, and I appreciate that, even if what he did was a little odd.
Yeah, poor kid.
I think, honestly, he really could have just played this off. After the first alarming glance. He should have
just rolled with it.
Yeah, he should have rolled and been like, oh, I'm so sorry, I thought you were someone else, bye. And just, left. He had an out there. But,
Poor guy. I swear I've been somebody's let's not meet before, or somebody's let's never meet again. And it's probably been pure obliviousness and awkwardness, and I didn't pick up on it soon enough, or I did and I didn't know how to get out of the situation.
Yeah, that seems to be this guy's problem. He knows he is scaring them, but I think at this point he's just like, well, shit, how do I get out?
That's part of being 17 to 23, I feel like, though. Because that's probably when I was my most awkward.
Oh, yeah, I could see that.
Thanks, Babs.
No, I can see you, tapping someone's like, hey, do you remember me? And then they don't. You're like, hey, it's me, Meg. And you keep going on. And they're, still not getting it.
Well, the worst is when it's somebody who genuinely does look like someone you know, and you realize after already starting to talk to them, it's not that person either. And you're like, oh, I swear, you look just like... And then you try to convince them that they look like this person, and they don't actually care. And they want you to just go away. And then you're trying to be, more valid. Because I was thinking about that as you're talking. I totally thought it was my friend's dad one time. And this dude just straight up looked like her dad. And then it wasn't her dad. And then I just kept trying to tell him how much he looked like my friend's dad. And then I was like, I'm just going to go. I'm just going to go now and let you keep talking to these people you're talking to. Oh, it was bad.
Let us know, by the way, guys, if you have ever been someone's let's not meet. Because I'm curious. And plus, I think, stories like this where the other person is, the accountable one, I think they're, really interesting. Because from the outside, maybe you're a little creepy, but I like to see the inner workings of that.
Yeah, because everybody's human. Everyone does something silly like that at least once.
Yeah.
I've got to check the email or something because I haven't seen if anyone submitted stuff. But yes, if you ever have any story to tell, but you want somebody else to tell it for you, we will be those people.
I'm that person. I will do that for you. I love shit like this.
I do too. It's what makes us all connect in a way where we can share those uncomfortable feelings in the most comfortable setting.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, let's hear more of your funny ones.
This is called a sad nice guy on a roleplay app.
What?
It's what it says. It goes kindness, thoughtfulness, gentleness. Always loses out to the douchebags in life. They get the girl and I get nights alone with subsequently increasing piles of laundry. F. I hate my awkward and apparently unsatisfying caring. and then it just ends.
Wow.
Why do you got so much laundry, dude? I think
Yeah.
it keeps you in at night. Okay, this one. This one is words and a visual, and it's just called That Really Hurts. Okay.
Aw.
This girl posted, "No guy is interested in me." I DM'd her, "I'm interested." She deleted the post and posted, "No good looking guy is interested in me." And the first photo is Kermit the Frog looking at an iPhone, and his lips are like sucked in, like, oh my gosh. And then the next one, he's sprawled out starfish formation, and someone's giving him CPR.
I fucking love that. Someone please call an ambulance for this guy.
That one should also be on subreddit Murdered by Words, because
Oh my god,
I love that subreddit.
I live on that one. That one's so good. Someone called ICU because like fucking sick burn. I love that.
I almost drowned in my Mountain Dew. That was a good one.
Epic gamer moment.
Hashtag pro gaming.
I'm just so confused about the laundry one. I
was like very poetic. It started off well, and then it just went somewhere else entirely.
I just can't follow him. Maybe I'm not.
Well, that's the pattern I've noticed.
Enough.
Is a lot of these, they like are written pseudo intellectual.
Yeah.
But they make no logical sense, and you can almost feel the scattered inner workings of them misplacing many emotions. Like you can feel it all across the board as you're reading sentences.
Yeah.
And it's just, the emotional maturity is just not there yet.
No, it's not. And these guys are like, what, under 30? Between like 17 and 30?
I would say based on the formats they're posting them on, yes, only because that's usually the main demographic. So like Reddit and Bumble and Tinder.
Honestly, I just feel like if a person isn't like well adjusted by the time they're mid to late, no, let's say late 20s, I just don't even bother interacting or trying to help them.
It's not that it's impossible, it's going to be a rough ride.
At a certain point, it's just no longer up to you, I feel like, to help that person. Yeah. Because clearly they've had a lot of chances.
And that's what 2020 is going to be about.
It really
Ladies
is.
and fellas. Put effort in where you get results and where it's most meaningful for you. Not into dumpster fires or trash people.
Yeah,
not
honestly.
To disrespect the sanitation department. Those people do great work.
They really do. Okay. So this one's another creepy guy, but it's not like a life-threatening creepy guy.
Whew, thank goodness.
Okay. This one is, glad I skipped a class. I'm not sure if this is a story that really belongs in the sub, but I figured why not share it. At September of 2018, I had met this guy, Andrew, through a mutual friend on her birthday. Andrew had taken an interest in me immediately, but I was kind of clueless until several of my friends said so. Andrew began texting me a lot, and we eventually started hanging out on our town. A couple of weeks passed by, and we started dating. That's when things started getting weird. That's true. That is when things get weird, when you get to know people.
Yeah.
Whenever I would hang out with my friends, he'd get passive-aggressive, ooh, red flag, about me not spending time with him. One weekend, I'd seen him almost every day that week. And on Friday morning, we had plans to hang out as well, but I was feeling sick, so I decided to cancel. Later that night, I had a Halloween party, and I was feeling better, so I decided to go. He got pissed at me, saying I never wanted to spend time with him and whatnot. Okay, so weird things started happening too, like he would get possessive on text and stuff. Then he asked my friend, oh god, no, this is like a dumpster fire.
Yeah.
Then he asked my friends for my class schedule. I was a junior in college, by the way. They obviously didn't give it to him because they knew of all the weird things that were happening. I had to skip one of my classes the next day to make my schedule for the next semester, and when I got home, my friend had told me that he went to that same class. My friends didn't give him my schedule. He had went on the website where we make schedules, looked up the classes that he remembered me mentioning I was talking about, that I was taking, and went to that classroom to basically force me into talking to him. Oh my
Oh
God.
no, I hate that stuff.
And then she said, I've never been so grateful to have skipped a class. Even after that, he still tried talking to me until eventually I blocked him on everything. You were a character, Andrew, but you scared me, so let's not meet again.
Oh no. See, now I feel bad because I named my Pokemon Andrew in Pokemon Shield.
Oh, can you like rename it like Drew or something? Or Andy?
Possibly, maybe I'll do that.
I like this story because I feel like this is a good example of when it's appropriate to go no contact with someone
Yes.
and you don't need to feel bad about it.
I actually just had that same conversation with my brother, where I know some people like shame others for ghosting, saying it's a cowardly move, but honestly, ghosting is a very appropriate response for any situation where you don't feel safe
Yeah.
or your health is somehow being impacted. And you don't owe a person a reason for anything. Like if you're protecting yourself in some way, just do it.
Also, I feel like as me, someone who has ghosted people before, if we're close and I ghost you, it's not because I don't love you or like you or anything. It's because of those things that I'm doing it to protect both of us.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know. Maybe that's like weird, but
No, it's not. I've been in the same situation before myself, and I actually have not had to do that to that many people in my life, but there's been two or three that I've had to fully ghost, and it was a situation where it was not healthy for either of us to be in contact, but most directly it was impacting my peace, my safety, my day-to-day routine was destroyed. So, ghosting was the most appropriate response.
exactly. Especially if you're like walking on eggshells around that person and you
All the
can't say
time.
anything anyway. So why not just not say anything ever
Oh yeah.
and feel safe about it?
Well, I have two more, and they're pretty short. This first one is more along the lines of like your typical nice guy. He reaches out, he tries, fails, then backpedals and insults you.
I love those.
Yeah, because they were totally interested in you, but the minute you rejected, now you're ugly.
I have a story about that.
Oh, we're gonna hear it.
Oh boy.
Do you want to go first?
Okay, yeah, sure. Okay,
Go
so
first.
I was on a sort of like camping trip and I asked my male friend, I'll call him Andrew, Andrew to go with me because he loves outdoor stuff. And he was really cool and we'd like known each other in college for a while and we were always helping each other with homework and studying and stuff. And this is like totally his thing. So I'd kind of known he had feelings for me, but for the longest time, I would just play oblivious because this just wasn't a conversation I wanted to have with him.
Right.
And when we were going like 70 miles per hour down the highway and I was trapped in his car, is usually when he would tell me important things.
It's the best time to talk.
I know, like it's either you listen or you die. So he kind of like tests the waters and he's working up to confessing me. And before he actually does, he just asks me the "are you gay" thing or "are you bisexual?" And I'm like, "Yeah, probably. I'm just honestly not really into dating right now cuz I'm focusing on my studies." And he said, "Oh, okay. Well, that's cool cuz sometimes when I'm around you for a long time I don't like you." And I
Oh,
was like, "Andrew."
thanks for that. Good to know.
And to preface this, like during this conversation, before he had said that, before I mentioned the gay thing, he was saying like how a lot of people when they date, they know each other for a long time, and then after their first 2 years of dating, it's like you're best friends and not romantic partners with them. And like he was really working
He
up
was
to it.
leading up to it, yeah.
Yeah.
I That's one thing I've noticed too is a lot of people don't accept or believe the answer that I'm just not looking for a relationship right now. They just think you're insulting them. And I find that so weird because to me that's a really valid answer because there's been huge chunks of my life where I really don't want to be in a relationship right now.
Yeah,
And I
exactly.
don't know why that's so hard for some people to just like swallow and accept.
I don't see how it's personal to the other person because it absolutely has nothing to do with them and everything to do with me.
Yeah.
So it's not like I'm saying you're not right for me. It's just that I can't do this right now with anybody because of me. I don't know.
Again, I think it comes into that emotional maturity and having empathy for others. Like, if you're not used to ever feeling something from someone else's perspective or putting yourself in their shoes, you're always going to only be thinking about yourself. So,
Poor Andrew.
well, I had a situation like that too, where like this guy, I didn't know him. I didn't know him at all. He was previously like a student of my father. And he kept saying, well, I remember you. And I was like, dude, I don't remember you. And he goes, well, why not? Because I remember you. And I was like, I don't know what you want me to tell you. I don't remember you.
Oh, you both have that in common.
Yeah. Well, for 2 years, he would keep trying and messaging, like, do you want to go get a coffee? He's like, no, I don't know you. He goes, but I know your dad. And I'm like, no, thank you. And then finally I said to him, I was like, you know what? I'm not looking for a relationship at all, and I don't want one, and I'm moving anyway. And he goes, yeah, that's cool. I don't want a relationship either. And I'm like, dude, you've been asking me out for 2 years, and I've been running and blocking you, and you keep finding a new way to message me. It was just so, like, the minute it was like, no, just leave me alone. I was like, I really don't know you that well, and I don't want to hang out with you. He goes, that's cool. I'm not looking for a relationship.
Aww.
Whatever. Anyway, this is one of those situations, but much angrier.
Oh, hell yeah.
So this is a guy, and I'll do guy and girl to differentiate who's texting. But the guy says, I don't have any plans yet if you would like to get dinner. Some time goes by. Or we can just catch up over the phone. Some more time goes by. And the girl finally responds. She goes, I don't think I'm interested in doing either. I'm sorry. And then him immediately, thanks for finally being straightforward. I guess you're mad that I ghosted last time. But I had something better fall in my lap. Sorry, but good luck to you. Then hours go by. And the boy replies again, lol, you unfriended me after I was nothing but nice to you. No wonder you're not dating anyone. And then it says, you blocked this user. He can no longer message you in chat. It's like, oh my God. Why? Did you think she was going to come back after that? I don't know why they do that.
I'm honestly like, what is their game plan here? How did they think that would go?
I've insulted her now and let her know she really missed out. She'll come running back to me. Wait, hang on. I better insult her a little more. Now this next one's a wild ride. And I'll be honest, they totally had me in the beginning. But the way this closes, it just kind of threw me for a loop. So the title of this is, and the person who wrote the title. This is their post.
Okay.
After 4 years, I have had enough. The selfish and manipulative wench that I call my girlfriend will torture me for the last time. This is it, Reddit. I'm writing to you from the bushes of her front lawn.
What?
I have my note in hand. After 4 years of her never paying attention to me, I have finally built up the courage to tell her how I feel. I have my note in my hand ready to knock in her door. I think he means knock on. And let her know my feelings. 4 years of watching her date the wrong guys over and over. 4 years of her never realizing how great of a guy I am and choosing those selfish, obnoxious brutes over me time and time again. It makes me filled with unbridled rage. I feel the fire inside starting up again. Fire emoji. I am the one for her. After she learns my feelings, she will fall in love with me and we'll be together for the rest of time. Or she'll act out of place and press charges again.
Again?
He starts off saying it's his girlfriend, and 3 lines in, you realize she's not his girlfriend. And then he's just trying to open up to her and tell him her feelings. And then he's so mad. He's so mad at her. And it sounds like he's trying to break up with her, but instead he's trying to convince her that he's her destiny. From the bushes of her front lawn.
That is
and
so
she probably
romantic.
has a restraining order. Oh my God.
Again.
The best part is when I found that, it was posted only 9 minutes before I found it.
That's a sign. Holy shit.
I was like, this is perfect. Oh.
I love it because, like, guys like him, they just love to speak for you. And tell you how you actually feel about them, even if you haven't realized it. Even after you rejected them.
Right. They're like, don't answer. Don't answer until I tell you how you feel. And then answer me. Oh my gosh. Either I did dating totally wrong growing up, or...
Sometimes I'm just so glad I'm not straight.
It just seems like so much work.
Yeah, it sounds like you have to sift through a lot of BS. Not that you
Like,
don't
it's,
in the gay community, but
well,
like,
that's what I was gonna say. It's been exhausting as is,
mhm.
still, because of, in my experience, straight advances towards myself and trying to get out of them with everyone's feelings intact. And I feel like I do the right thing and I do a good job. I'm not out to hurt or insult anybody, but I'm out to be very clear. Hey, I'm not interested. I'm always looking for friendships, though. But if you can't do a genuine friendship, cease and desist, because I don't want those friendships that are fake with the hope of me getting with you.
I hate those. Like being friends under false pretenses. They're
Yeah.
like,
I
it
don't
makes me
waste
feel like
my
I can't
puns
be
on
friends
just
with
anybody.
people.
Yeah. It's got to be a legit friendship.
Exactly. I'm so sorry. I'm eating a jelly bean.
Do it. I love jelly beans.
I got this new pack and it's 49 different flavors.
I thought
49.
you were going to say $49, and I was about to tell you got robbed.
Oh, yeah, probably. But I got it at Costco, so it was really big anyway. So maybe it was that much.
Did you use your card? I hear they throw people out.
Actually, my mom was really nice and bought it for me. Thanks, Mom.
Thanks, Mom.
For like 300 jelly... Well, it's probably like 1,000 jelly beans. I'll get through it.
That's a pretty good deal.
Honestly, yeah. This is going to last me forever.
Did you know the #1 Jelly Belly flavor of the state of Michigan is popcorn? Buttered popcorn?
You know, I surprisingly like that flavor. I
That's
didn't
like
think
my
I
favorite
would,
one.
but
It's Jen's least favorite.
my least favorite is cinnamon. It's just, it's... Why would you ruin cinnamon like that?
I'm just not a fan of plain orange. Plain orange jelly beans.
You know, I'm not either. Anyway, okay, so my last one. This one reminds me of you.
Oh, yes! What did I do?
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw.
That's the hint.
Yep, yep.
Okay. So this one is titled, My Daughter Was Somebody's Let's Not Meet. This is you, Meg.
It's me!
Okay. My daughter reminded me about this today, and I thought y'all would enjoy the laugh. When my oldest daughter was a freshman in college, she and her friends decided to get into bones. Specifically, they would pick up decaying roadkill, clean the skulls, and make art from them or sell them. Eventually, they decided to get some fresh cow skulls to clean.
Oh, yes, yes.
This is so you. They went to a local slaughterhouse and bought 3 cow heads, wrapping them up in plastic bags and putting them in the back of their car.
Oh, no.
This is so you. That's why I chose this.
I love it already.
On the way to the cleaning site, they stopped at a home improvement store in the middle of nowhere to pick up some supplies. 2 people went inside. 2 stayed with the car. After a few minutes, my daughter said, I think the heads shifted. I'm gonna check on them and make sure the bags didn't come open. She got out, opened the hatchback, and the bags toppled out, spilling blood and decapitated cow heads onto the pavement. As she jumped back, she happened to see a lone store employee pushing the carts back to the store, and he saw the heads and the blood.
No.
He dropped the carts and power walked as fast as possible to the store front. Just as my daughter's friends came out. We need to go, she said, and they went with all haste. This was 5 years ago. I'm sure that poor traumatized employee is hoping to never meet them again.
Oh no. Everybody knows you're supposed to put them in one of those styrofoam boxes or in like a bucket. You never plastic baggy those.
Can you put them in a Yeti cooler? Or would that ruin the Yeti cooler?
If you have a big enough one, yes, of course. The sad thing is, like, I have, as a gift from a friend, a really cool possum skull she found.
Oh my god.
And there was like a good number of years where my aunt was like, oh, Megan does fish and wildlife, and anytime she found weird bones in her yard, she would photograph them and be like, what's this from? I was like, put your hand by it for reference. And then I would have to ID various gopher and rabbit skulls and stuff from her backyard.
Oh my god. I mean, I feel like you would do this, but not for, like, the art thing. But, like, you know, I feel like it wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility for you to just have a cow head in there. Like, in your trunk.
Post-college, when I worked at, like, a butcher shop, I often did have various animal parts and whatnot as, like, treats for dogs and things.
Oh.
But I was super into bones for a while because you can learn so much from bones. It was more like a scientific interest. But that does sound like something I would do, is accidentally be caught on the day that my car is full of dismembered various livestock.
You just have to reassure the person, it's not your grandma. Calm down.
It's okay. We're studying orbital fissures. Calm down.
You want a fillet after this? You want a
You-
sirloin?
You know, the forehead meat's the best.
Do you want some rump to take home with ya?
Fun fact, the rump is actually in the shoulder. Who would have thought?
I actually knew that one.
You'd be surprised how many people don't. I had a lady who was going to buy a rump roast for her husband because he demanded it. She goes, I'm so disgusted by this. It's eating the pig's butt. And I said, it's actually the shoulder, ma'am. It's like, the butt's all that other stuff you got. Them hot dogs are a whole bunch of tails and snouts.
Oh, don't tell me that.
I just said it to that lady because it was funny.
Wait, but is that true?
No. It's a lot of scrap meat.
A lot of what?
Scrap meat?
Oh, scrap meat. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, what if there's a whole ass cow eyeball in there?
No. That would all just turn to mush. It's too much water.
That's true. You can't make a good hot dog with that. They need some resiliency to that anyway.
Yeah.
I read this and I was cackling when I found it because I'm like, holy shit, this is something Meg would do. She was definitely someone's let's not meet at one time.
I know I was. I probably was more than once, and I'm sitting there thinking, what a nice person. And then I walk away.
Okay, do you want to wrap this one up?
Let's wrap it up in cow bags.
Okay. Wrap it up, Meg. I opened.
I'm wrapped. You got a zip tie, I'm wrapping it.
Okay, cool.
Good job, people. Everybody's weird. These people were some of the weirdest.
They were.
Make sure you give us our stories. We devour stories.
Please do. We will, if you want, we will read them on our next podcast, and if not, then we will silently laugh at them. Not on a podcast.
Do you want to tell them we have a Valentine's special coming up?
Ooh, we do. Okay, so next podcast, since Valentine's Day is coming up, we want to do some missed connections from our local Craigslist areas.
Ooh, this will be very interesting because the area I live in is very scary.
I live in Memphis, Tennessee, so it's about to go down. It's like Detroit's
live in
cousin.
an area where teeth are optional.
They are. They're just outside bones, Meg. Come on.
Them's my smile bones.
That's
That's all I
true.
got. Yeah.
No, that was good. I appreciate what you did there.
Thank you.
Anyway.
Yeah, it's gonna be scary and funny.
We need, like, an instrumental of Carol's Whisper to play as we read them
We
to
can
set
do
the
our
ambiance.
own really bad rendition of it, or various love songs sung in the most creepy way possible, like all in like a minor key.
I feel like you'd be really good at that.
I am. I'm so good at making people uncomfortable, as we started to establish during this podcast.
I mean, this is basically like your calling. So,
It is.
Meg, record yourself doing some what they call music.
Here's some music.
Do it.
Actually, I just downloaded Mario Paint Music Maker, so I'm gonna fiddle with it and see if I can make some cool tunes in Mario Paint.
Oh my god, please save those so that we can use it for the next podcast.
I don't know if I can whip something up that fast enough because I have to remember how to use it, but I will try.
That's
I will try to look up some beautiful love songs and slightly change them for copyright purposes.
I just think that's gonna be so funny.
It will. It'll be a lot of duck quacks and boat ones.
Good. That's what we need. Anyway, see you guys next time. Thanks for joining us. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Email us. Bye.